My name is Jodie Feehan. I have chosen tessellations as my maths phenomenon in the natural world. I have chosen tessellations as my maths phenomenon because they naturally lead into a discussion about the key features of two-dimensional shapes. In this instance, straight sides and the number of sides of various two-dimensional shapes. The activities I have chosen are targeted for grades 2 and 3. These activities are linked to the Oz Vowels in mathematic outcomes shapes in understanding the key features of two-dimensional shapes. For example, straight sides versus curved sides and the number of sides various two-dimensional shapes have. I have 2 session plans to present to you that you can use in your classroom. These sessions provide a lot of visual prompts and physical movement, targeting a wide range of learning styles. Session 1. Introduction of the concept tessellations. What are tessellations? Tessellations are a group of shapes that form a pattern with no gaps. The key features of two-dimensional shapes are straight versus curved lines, the number of sides and the number of angles. Students will be shown some natural and some non-natural tessellations using visuals. What does natural mean? It's something that is formed in nature, not man-made. For instance, a natural tessellation is bee's honeycomb. What shape can you see in the bee's honeycomb? Let's have a look how many sides it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What shape has 6 sides? It's a hexagon. All the hexagons are fitting together to make the bee's honeycomb. Children will use the shapes provided to make a tessellating pattern the same as the bee's honeycomb. Show the children more pictures of natural tessellations, such as pineapples, turtles, snakeskin. Draw attention back to the turtle shell. Ask the students to have a look at the pattern in the central part of the shell. Ask them how many sides do the shapes have, and if they know what it's called. Tell them that it's a pentagon. And ask them, do they know, is it a regular pentagon or an irregular pentagon? Then ask them to make the pattern. See if they know what shapes they would need to make the same pentagon shape. Then show them with a square and a triangle. By tessellating a square and a triangle, they would be able to form a pentagon. Look at this pattern. Does it have any gaps? Are the shapes all fitting together snugly? Yes, here we see rectangles all fitting together with no gaps. Is this a natural or a non-natural tessellation? Can anyone see a pattern here? Yes, you are correct. There is a lot of squares all fitting together with no gaps. Is this a natural or a non-natural tessellation? Have a look at the solar panels on the roof. What shapes can you see? Yes, we have squares and rectangles fitting together snugly and tessellating. Are they a non-natural tessellation or a natural tessellation? Yes, they're a non-natural tessellation. Session 2. Revisit prior lesson, recalling prior knowledge learnt, building on new knowledge. Introduce story, A Cloak for a Dreamer. A Cloak for a Dreamer is a fabulous story that shows the children a variety of ways of tessellating patterns. It's a story about a cloak maker and his 3 sons that are required to make 3 cloaks for the Archduke. 2 of the sons want to be cloak makers and follow in their father's footsteps. So they are very keen to please their father. They set about and they make some wonderful cloaks using squares and triangles that all tessellated. The 3rd son, Misha, he was a little bit of a dreamer and he wanted to bring into his cloak all the things that he had seen in the maps that he loved to look at. So he brought in the colours of the ocean, the colours of the desert, the colours of the forest, but he cut out circles. And when he sewed them together, he realised that they didn't fit together snugly, that there were gaps. He knew that when the Archduke put it on, that it would not keep the wind out. This is a great story for the children to make them realise, you know, and have a little bit of a play with shapes as to, oh, why didn't that pattern tessellate, or what shapes will tessellate, what shapes will fit together snugly. It can bring in a lot of conversation on this topic. I hope you can use the 2 session plans that I have provided and have some fun with your students. Thank you for listening.